This episode is brought to you by paintballshop.com. They are an outstanding online superstore for all your paintball needs and is Australia's top source for your paintball equipment and clothing to get you looking and playing your best. With over 4,000 products to choose from, head over to paintballshop.com to shop all of their amazing products and deal with the best customer service. Shop now at paintballshop.com or call at 96970011 and get kitted up today.
This episode is brought to you by Action Paintball with their epic paintball venue park with over 10 premier paintball battlegrounds to choose from, also providing themselves with not only the best customer service, but the best rental equipment on the earth. Don't like using a rental marker? Action Paintball has you covered. With their large variety to choose from, Action Paintball has you covered with some of the best paintball markers in the world, starting at only an extra $25. With some of the most competitive pricing, you are sure to have the most amazing paintball experience at Action Paintball games. Book now at actionpaintball.com or call now on 96790011.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 10 of the Down Under podcast with myself, Brett Mitchell. I'm also with
Billy Colias.
And we got a few topics. Billy's come up with, what have you come up with, 6 or 7?
Oh, there's about 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
About
Six or seven topics Billy's come up with on the fly. So, Billy, let's just get into it, man.
On the fly.
On the fly, I mean, yeah, on the way over here, like, what should we talk about? So, I know you've just jotted down seven options just on the spot, haven't you?
Well, not on the spot, but it's sort of like what we've done in the last probably 2 months.
Oh, no.
Or month and a half, I guess.
I mean, we've been missing in action. Sorry, fellas. Bit of MII.
Well, we're paintballers, so we've got a busy schedule, mate.
Oh, mate, life as well.
Oh.
But, mate, you've got 7 topics, mate. So, mate, this is going to be a decent episode. So let's just kick it off.
All right, let's kick it off.
What do you got?
Right. So we're going to start with sevens, the recap of the semi-pro and the pro event.
Yeah.
You played with the Vikings. I played with DTF. Was a good weekend, I guess.
It feels so long ago. I don't really remember it, eh? No, it was good weather. But that was the pro one we were worried about, actually, eh?
Yeah.
With the weather. Yeah, no.
With the weather.
No, it was good. It was good weather, good competition. Paint was phenomenal too. Everything was actually really smooth. Smooth round event, everything.
No, everything was great. It was a good weekend, I guess, and the competition level was great. Teams are, really stepping up. We had the Outlaws from Singapore as well.
Yeah, the boys from Singapore came back out, which was good to see. Who was? I think Immortal sort of surprised everybody and stepped it up and took it home.
That was the surprise of the weekend because everyone sort of had the Firm, OG,
Outlaws, sort of thing. Yeah,
it was sort of like that. So yeah, it was.
Then the boys from the Immortals stepped it up with the help of Ryan Jacker as well from SWAT.
That's right. Yeah, Jacker played with them as well.
Yeah. So they stepped it up and took the podium. I believe they went undefeated all tournament. I'm pretty sure they went undefeated.
I wouldn't be able to tell you 100%, but
like I said, it felt like last year. This is how long ago it felt. But maybe we should have done a bit of research before being Billy on the spot here. But I think Immortals from memory, they went undefeated, and then I think second place was OG again.
Yeah, I think the OG boys came second.
Yeah, back to back second places. So I mean they're holding steady for the series. So you can only have hopes for them for podium next event. And then Outlaws Singapore came third. Boys did really well considering that none of them can train. Period.
There's been a bit of talk about the Outlaws because when they came over a couple of years ago, they had a pretty gun team, and the whole topic was why aren't they playing pro? They should be playing pro instead of semi-pro. But anyway, we went through that last time.
No, I stand on that.
Yeah, I do. We're not going to go through that again. All right, we're not going through that again. But I believe, like you said, Brent, they haven't had a great deal of time to train or any time at all to train.
They can't.
They don't have a field to play on, I believe. They're not even allowed to have their own markers.
They've got no field in Singapore,
right, so
and they can't own their markers. They actually live in Malaysia. Their markers live in Malaysia.
Yeah, so where they go play, their guns obviously get sent to go play. And apparently they were using rental markers.
Yeah, they were pretty much using rental markers at sevens.
Yeah, right, okay, fair enough.
Rental markers, anything they could borrow off people.
Because they couldn't bring their guns, or...?
No, they can't get them.
Oh,
they're in Singapore and their guns are in Malaysia.
Yeah, right, okay. But anyway, saying that, right, okay, they did have a pretty good event, But the team that came out in 2023 wasn't exactly the same team this time around, I believe.
Nah,
I think
it was just everybody that could make it.
Yeah, and that I guess that was one of the reasons why they played semi-pro as well, right? But yeah, it was shock and surprise to everyone. And well done to the Immortals. They
well done to the Immortals. But no, I mean, yeah, the fucking Outlaws were still pulling off shit that you're just looking at it going, mate, really?
Yeah, how the hell did you get there in that quick a time?
Oh, fucking hell. Some of them was just bullshit.
Some of the plays were pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, and then everyone's looking at around going, and yep, they're allowed semi-pro.
Anyway, we're not going down that road.
Disregard.
No.
Well, we're on the point. Disregard the third place. It doesn't matter where you place, right? At the end of the day, it's you place third in the division, then you play another division. You could podium higher, or you could come lower. It doesn't matter. Just because your skill level says you're this doesn't mean you can't play this.
No, well, look, I don't know if they're committed to next round or not.
I think I was speaking to Jeffrey. They're probably not going to come in August because it's freezing.
Okay.
So they reckon. But I mean, living in Singapore where it's like piss hot every day, and then you come into Australia and it's to their definition freezing, and it's 30 degrees with 110% humidity. But in their definition, it's cold. Come in August, they'd be frozen. So yeah, I think Jeffrey was. I think they're planning for Masters since it's in November.
So it's a bit warmer.
Yeah,
a lot warmer for them. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. That's cool.
I'm going to laugh. It's going to backfire. It's probably going to be colder in November.
No, it won't be November.
Apparently, we're supposed to get a hot winter. Sorry, so
you reckon?
Oh, that's what every meteorologist on planet Earth says. So
yeah, okay.
We're in for a warm winter.
Yeah, okay. So meteorologists, they're very accurate. So
mate, can't even tell the weather of the hour.
Anyway, we're not going to give them grief. So
why not? Screw them. Screw them. Channel 7, mate. Pick your shit up.
Oh Jesus! Just Channel 7 or all the channels, mate?
Oh, mate.
We put them all on notice.
Oh, mate, like Channel 10, that's like, who watches that shit now?
Put them all on notice.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
That's Caveman channel right there, Channel 10. What are you watching, B&B or some shit like that? Fucking hell.
What is it? BBC News?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, no media thrashing here. Okay.
Why not?
So let's move on to the pro event.
The wet event.
The wet event. Oh, it wasn't.
It wasn't actually that bad. Actually, like, shout out to Action, one of our major sponsors. Like, Mike's made that field really well. Like, it's the drainage.
Oh, the drainage was awesome.
The drainage that field has, honestly,
it was just
like it was just like a damp course on the AstroTurf. Like, just because it rained that night. Other than that, the field still held up mad. There's a couple of divots here and there in the field, but that's only natural.
No, the field held up really well.
That's going to be an easy fix for Action Paintball. So, just shout out to Mike and John and all the rest that do all the work at that field. Field's still immaculate. The drainage on that field's awesome. Seriously, like
because at one stage they had closed the bridge in that Yarramundi.
Yeah, the bridge was closed the first or second day that the Yarra Bridge was closed.
No, it was before the event. It was a couple of days before the event,
first or second day.
And then I think they reopened it on the Wednesday or
they reopened it the day before. So I think Bitchin were out there on Friday.
So it was the Friday they reopened the bridge.
And then when we were in the shop with Matt, Bitchin came in and Kate said to me that the bridge was open. They opened the bridge. That's how they got back through.
Okay, cool. So there was a bit of Mother Nature luck there.
Yeah, far out, man. Jesus.
Yeah, well because if the bridge is closed. For a lot of people that don't know, if you're coming from like western suburbs or the city or whatever, you actually have to trek another 35 minutes, I think, up towards Emu Plains, past and go down Old Bathurst Road, and come up the back way. So it adds like 35 minutes. So a bit of luck there with Mother Nature, I guess, for the pro event.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the pro event. Mate, you and me both played. It was a
slugfest.
Yeah, it was. It was a pretty difficult event. How did you think Colt fared for the event, brother?
I think we played consistent. Like it was. Some games were a struggle. Some games were a slugfest. Some games were just batshit pathetic. But as a team, we need to just refocus, regroup, and I think we just need to be a bit more consistent. With plays and consistency with on the field and off the field.
Yeah.
Paint management as well is a big thing.
Yeah, that's something we have to work on a lot.
I think there was some games where we, whether we took the dub or the L, we were happy with how we played, and then there were a couple of games where we're like, what the fuck are we doing? I'm pretty sure every team that event had the same thing anyway, had the same mindset of they play a game, whether it was a dub, whether it was an L, they were happy, they were pissed off. I think that was just sort of how the field was playing too.
It was a good vibe all weekend.
You'd get a pretty consistent way of playing a point or playing a game. The next game, you'd have to completely switch it up because not only are you playing a different team, but now that team sat there and watched you do something, and vice versa, watched you do something that works. And then obviously the first point of practice is go and run that same point.
Yeah, that's right.
Same 5, see how you go. And yeah, sometimes it was either just a walkover or a slugfest of a freaking 7-minute point, 8-minute point, and you're like, for fuck's sake. So, no, I think it was a top notch tournament. Unfortunately, Raw couldn't make it, so that sort of just changed everything.
Yeah, well, second. That was with all the floods and stuff that went on.
Yeah, all the flooding in that entire area in Coffs Harbour and sort of all that sort of section. So,
yep.
So there was a couple of last minute changes with how the whole event was supposed to be played. So, I mean, I think that threw a few teams off their ball game, but at the same time too, it's every team's got to face it as well. So you're not just the only one at risk there.
No, that's right. That's right.
So every team's sort of dealing with the same situation you're faced in as well. So no, I think it was even with all the weather, the teams, everything. I think it was still a well put together event. It's still always well organised at sevens. Seriously,
yeah, well,
you just show up and play. There's no diddle daddle. There's no nothing. It's just go to the pit, sign in, go to the pit, get your paint, pot up, get on the gate.
Get ready to play.
There's no dick around. There's no nothing. So it's just it's straight, simple. Always just a smooth flowing event. There's barely any stoppages or anything. So you just fly through the day.
No, it was a good event. I think we took a lot of positives from the event, especially playing Envious as well in the finals. I think we got up 2-1 or 2-0 at some point. I think it was 2-1.
I think we're going point for point.
Yeah, so it was pretty good. And then sort of even playing against SWAT, I think we only lost 3-2, whatever it was.
Yeah, 3-2 in overtime. I think we're up 2 points. And then SWAT just came back hard.
So I think there was a lot of positives coming out of this tournament of sevens.
No, 100%.
Right. Lots of stuff we got to work on. Lots of stuff we picked up from the event that we sort of, we pinpointed this, that, the other. So I guess a couple of more training sessions before the next event will sort of iron out those kinks for.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And, hopefully we can sort of do a little bit better.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's all a team effort. I don't care how good of an individual you are. It's just paintball's a team sport.
Exactly right, mate.
So
exactly right.
You could have a team full of dipshits and one Greenspan and you're still not going to win. So I mean, it's just no, but it's a serious fact. You could have Marcelo Margot and 4 nobodies and still not go nowhere. But if you have 5, 6 keen guys that are all sort of well paced with each other and all work together, it's just how it works. It's not you're not dependent on one person. So it's especially with this pro division now, how strong it's becoming, and the teams that are coming up, and all the players that are actually coming through. It's a testament of time. It's not down to 1 or 2 or 3 players now. It's down to the whole team.
The whole team
putting the work in.
That's why they call it a team sport. So.
Yeah, that's right. It's exactly right. It's not about 1 or 2 players now. It's about 5, 6, 7 players all coming together and making it work. And I don't care what anybody says. Most of the work's done in the pits. So if your team's not out there ready to go, clean, potted up, all the yada yada yada, you're not going to do very well through the tournament.
I guess it's something that doesn't get mentioned enough for the pit crews that come out and help
100%.
every single team. So without the pit crew, it sort of doesn't happen. It adds more headache and more pressure to the team. But when you've got a decent pit crew and you come out of the pits, you're clean, you're potted, you're ready to go, and it's like it's a well-oiled machine working in there properly.
That's exactly
you never have an issue, right?
That's exactly right. Like, as let's just say, like, as a professional athlete, the last thing you want to be thinking of is the minority, right? Or
what do you mean professional? You are a professional athlete.
Oh, well, we're not paid in a
to
sense,
Australian
right?
standards.
Exactly right,
we are professional athletes.
Right?
But anyway, carry on.
You're not these guys, right?
I wish.
Yeah, right.
But anyway,
no, but you're not these guys, right? On a salary, you got teams that have plenty of money behind them, right?
Mate, these guys have got.
You have 5, 6 individuals in your pits, regardless, right? You have 2, 3 kids running.
For that to happen here, we've spoken about this.
Right.
We know how to get it to there, but
anyway, right?
That's
probably not.
Let's not roll on to that.
Right. as a player and then as a team, like you don't want to be thinking of how much paint you got, how much paint we shot, when's it ready, am I clean, all this sort of shit. All you want to be thinking of is the game, the next point,
and my next job.
Right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Right. As a player, right. So I think 60% of the games in the pits. Because if you've got players stressing about, we need more paint, we need
I
to
wouldn't
start
say
potting,
60%, but at least 40.
oh, mate, I reckon if players are leaving the pits stressed, they're going to play a stressful point. Then they're going to come back in the pits
That's
stressed.
a fair call.
Right? And then you're going to leave with more stress.
That's a fair call.
And then you're coming back with more stress. And all of a sudden you're at 100% stress level because you're not being consistent. You're not winning points. You're stressing about stupid crap you shouldn't be stressed about.
True.
Right? So that's where I draw the line of, I reckon, whether you want to draw the line at 50-50 or 60-40, I reckon more 60% is, it's like any job, right? You're a painter. 60-70% of your job is prep.
Correct.
Right? So if the players in the team aren't prepped correct,
You're not going to perform.
it's not just that, but you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle, right?
They're going to struggle.
You're not always going to be thinking 100% point to point, right? You're going to be thinking of how much paint we shot, blah blah. When have we got enough paint? Where's the paint? Get it out of the freaking sun, like all this sort of shit, right?
Yeah.
You're thinking of stuff you shouldn't be thinking of as a player. You should be thinking of how's this other team playing? Where are these other guys? What are these other guys doing? Where are they succeeding?
You should
How
be
can I
worrying
beat
about
that?
your gameplay and
That's right, that's right.
and the other
that's
little
exactly what I
1-2%. If your pit crew's taking care of that, you don't have that extra 1-2%
That's exactly
to stress
right.
about.
That's
So
exactly right.
You're going to play a lot better. Yeah.
That's exactly right. That's how it should be structured. But obviously, being in an inferior country of paintball doesn't always happen. So it's not necessarily always happen, but it's
Hopefully we'll get there. But anyway.
just saying, like in today's standards of Australian paintball, that's sort of where it's sort of at. So like you'll never see a team 100% focused on the game.
If they've got a good pit crew, they will.
Well, yeah, that's right. But how many? Right, there was 7 teams at pro.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those 7 teams had a complete 100% pit crew? Not one of them had to touch a pod. Like, not one player had to touch a pod.
Out of the 7, probably 3-4 had
fucking zero.
Who? What do you mean?
Zero.
We had a good pit crew?
Yeah, no. But but what I mean is, what team at sevens this round had to touch a pod and fill it up?
0. Not many.
That's right.
Most of them had pit crews.
Every single one of us all had to focus on potting before watching and shit like that. That's exactly
Correct.
what I mean by no team here at the moment with the way paintball's played here and sort of the way it works here is you'll be 100% devoted focus on watching.
Yeah.
And playing point to point, right? Like
Yeah,
that's my point. So I mean, if we ever get to a standard of that's how it'll become on a regular basis, I reckon the level of competition will skyrocket.
But the other thing is with these guys as well, they don't get their paint in boxes and asked to pot it up. They already get it potted in fucking Eskies, right?
Oh no, well their picker is still got to pot it.
But you get what I'm saying. It's all taken care of. Like, these guys walk on with not a care in the world. They're only worried
that's
about
right. No, but
what's going
that's what
on
they're
here.
paid. That's what they're paid
but
to do. Right?
Even their pit crews, right? I believe pit crews get paid in the States as well.
Yeah,
they get some sort of benefits
whatever they get, right?
Okay.
But you watch like the next clip when they go back into the pits, there'll be people potting paint still.
Oh, I see that all the time. There's guys grabbing guns. There's
but that's
guys
what I mean,
cleaning.
right? So you walk in,
it's an army of like.
That's exactly
people.
what I mean. You walk in, right? You give your guns or numbnuts over here. You walk over here, you get wiped over, or whatever the case may be.
The other guy hands you a bottle of water.
The minute you walk back to the gate, numbnuts is giving you the gun again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you sort of
professional pit crew.
Sam Monville's got 13 pods on his fucking back, ready to.
Hey, leave Sammy alone. He's my boy.
But do you know what I mean?
I understand.
That's what I mean.
And I understand what you're saying. And if you don't have that worry, and like especially here, and the pit crew's doing its job, you can go out there and play a better game, better
100%.
point, perform
100%.
better. So.
Standard will be much higher.
Yeah, I guess so. But that's something to look at, I guess, for each team to review.
Oh, it comes down to people giving away their weekend.
The other thing you said before about paint management, you'll be happy to know your team captain Ricky Bobby has assigned me with the paint management thing. So
We're fucked now.
I got to do a lot of homework on this shit.
We're fucked now.
So if there's any, paint companies out there that can shoot some info my way to,
you know what sunlight is?
I know what sunlight.
Get it out of it.
Yeah, get it out of it. Yeah, that's the only thing. No, that's not true.
Anyway, it's pretty easy. It's
All
just keep the paint out of the sun and don't get too much at one time.
Correct. You want it as fresh as possible for each game.
Well, it's not just that, but like when it's still in the shed, right? They're still at the same temperature. They're away from the sun. All that sort of yada yada.
Anyway,
if you get 6 boxes and you only pod 2 of them, you got 4 pods sitting in not direct sunlight but in the heat.
You're not going to leave your paint in the heat. No one ever leaves their paint in the heat.
No, but do you not know?
But we all know that.
The elements. Wherever it's
what
in
I'm
the shed,
saying is, I've got to step up my game for our team.
Oh,
right? Yeah. Anyway,
general.
Oh, I'm going to let that slide, eh? I'm going to let that slide. Anyway, so, okay. So that's a wrap up for sevens. Round 2 coughs, mate. Let's get into round 2 of coughs.
Round 2?
That we just played.
Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, round 2. No, there's been that much paintball. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's been pretty busy. That's why we've had
Pretty
issues.
busy start. What month are we now? The 6th month?
Yeah, but that's why we've had problems to pump out more episodes.
Oh, it's a pretty busy half year of paintball already.
Yeah, but it's been good. It's a healthy start.
Yeah, no,
it's a
it
good
is
start
good.
to the season.
My bank account says otherwise, but yeah, it's
everyone's bank account says otherwise. I think.
Man, Jesus Christ!
All right,
but no, that was actually weather was fantastic considering the monsoon that they just copped the week prior.
There's another thing, like both events. All right, so we're moving on to coughs obviously now, but the couple of weeks leading up to coughs, like 2 weeks before the event, we didn't even know if we were going to go because a week before the Pacific Highway was closed, you couldn't get through Taree, and at one point we were like, are we going to get up there and play?
Yeah, everything was sort of hitting the fan, eh?
But again, Mother Nature, thank you.
Yeah.
She just opened up the heavens.
The paintball gods.
The paintball gods, we'll call them, whatever you want to call them. Rivers receded, everything reopened up, and
rivers were still pretty freaking high.
Oh, they were pretty high as we drove.
Fucking hell.
Well, a couple of them that we drove over were pretty high.
Man.
Anyway,
oh, fuck.
So yeah, Mother Nature again. Thank you.
But even Kay was saying when they were setting up the field, you'd take a footprint and you'd go to the next footprint.
Well, no, they had to delay. I think by
but they set
3-4 days.
Yeah,
before
they set
could
the
put
field
it
up the week prior, and she was saying when they took a footprint, like took a step. They take another step.
You'd
they
see
turn
your
back
footprints
around.
behind you.
They take a step back around. It was puddle, so all the water just flooding.
Yeah, right. So anyway, the highways opened up. Some of the rivers sort of lowered their sort of levels, and
Everything went back to normal.
everything sort of went back to normal. So we had did we leave Friday morning?
No, we leave Thursday. We left Thursday.
Oh, that's right. We
afternoon.
So me and Breno left on the Thursday afternoon after work, roughly. I think.
Yeah, whenever you decided to finish.
Oh, well, that was the day I resigned from work too. Anyway, but
Yeah. Now, Billy's living you heard here first on the Down On podcast. Billy's now retired.
No, I'm not retired. I've put in a bunch of job applications, but there's a 3-4 week obviously waiting period. I've got to wait to hear answer back. But if anyone needs a labourer,
You're retired, you old fart.
I'm not. If anyone needs a labourer for
You're retired.
3-4 days a week, I'm happy to go help.
You're retired. Oh yeah. He wants $1,000 a week, $200 a day.
$200 a day. No, I'm not that cheap. Anyway, let's get back to coughs.
Oh, what you said yesterday.
So we left Thursday afternoon with Breno. We ended up staying at the Ibis Hotel.
Yeah, we crashed there for a night. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
That was fantastic. Fuck, this bloke, mate, I swear to God. When we got there, the bed, the room looked like a jail cell, right? But it was all right. Like, you're only there for a night, so
yeah, because I've stayed there before. I knew exactly what we were in for.
The Ibis are good because they're cheap as, right?
It's a budget hotel,
that's right.
and that's what you want. You're only getting there to sleep, man.
We showed up there.
Anyway,
it was like $50, so like it was pretty good.
Yeah.
We got there. It was like a jail cell, man. There was like there was a bunk bed, and then there was another skinny bed, and there was a TV that was about the size of an iPhone.
It was about that.
But yeah, it was tiny as, man.
No, it was bigger than that, but anyway.
But I don't know about you guys. Like, comment down below. But if you see a pillow on one bed and a pillow on another bed, without touching them, you just automatically think they're just the same.
Oh, the pillow.
So we've gone to bed.
We're idiots. Right? That's why. Me and him. We're both idiots. But anyway,
I just
no one to blame but ourselves.
That pillow should be the same as that pillow. I don't know if that's just me, but that's how I think of it. Right? You're in a hotel, right? All the pillows should be the same. That's my opinion, right?
Pretty much.
Right? I don't know about you guys, but like, yeah.
Anyway.
I wake up about 6:30. You were probably maybe 10 minutes after me.
It was about 7:30 actually. I got up as like old men do and took a pee at 5 o'clock.
Took a wee. Yeah, I've been up since like 6:30. I was just deaf scrolling through TikTok and that. And then he goes, "How'd you sleep, man?" I was like, "Bro, I ended up sleeping on my arm because I hate soft pillows. I like a bit of a firm pillow." And he said to me, "Mate, my head feels like I'm on a rock." And I was like,
"Yeah, hey. I hate hard pillows."
I said, "Man, I've been sleeping on my arm. I pegged my pillow at him. He's thrown his pillow back at me. We've swapped. I swear to God, we crashed out for another half hour. That was probably the best sleep we had being in Coffs Harbour. Yeah. And then we got up. I went to the Big Banana, had brekkie.
Which win? That's our ritual.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
my ritual anyway.
Well, no, it's because somebody whinges if we don't go to the Big Banana. But
mate, you're
anyway,
in
I don't want to hear the
Coffs
whinge.
You better go to the fucking Big Banana.
Anyway, so we went to the Big Banana,
so
had
we went
a
to Big
mad
Banana,
breakfast,
had fantastic brekkie and
and
that.
our banana splits.
Yeah. Fucking 9 o'clock in the morning.
No, it was 10 o'clock because we had brekkie a
that's
little
right,
bit earlier than that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're just gas bagging for an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then, fucking Sheila brought one banana split and then just proceeded to walk away with the other one.
Yeah, and then she did a big loop
She's
and
done
came
like-
back and
she's
went,
done like
there's your number.
10-minute loop and dropped it off like nothing happened.
Anyway, so...
And then, we went to the field, seen everybody, went and saw Mark in the booth.
Mark Watkins.
Mark Watkins in the booth.
And apologies to viewers because we were going to start vlogging for that weekend, but it didn't happen, so it'll be obviously the next event. So.
I think we're going to do it at the sevens when I go speak to Broderick, and then we'll
cool.
sort one
All right,
out.
we'll see what happens.
We'll do, or even we might even do because we're doing a big day at Hartley, so we might do one there.
Oh yeah, we can do that weekend.
We'll
actually, that would probably be better because everyone would be more chilled, more relaxed.
Yeah,
There's no pressure.
We're just chilling.
Okay, so
we'll probably do one. Will
but
come out.
It is happening.
Yeah,
It
a
is
bunch
happening.
of stuff will be posted if we end up doing it.
So anyway, okay.
But and then we went to the field, settled out everyone, went and saw Mark and his little
Marky
setup.
boy, yep. He does all the PA and
we're going to be doing a video
cameras
with,
and stuff like that.
We'll be doing a
shout
video
out to
with
Marky
Mark.
boy.
I think next round, going through his whole little setup and that. So,
it's going to be part of the vlog.
yeah, maybe, yeah. Or
Like
we'll just do
in
like a
his
little
little-
independent thing. Like,
Okay, cool.
Go through and so Mark can show off his massive little setup.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
got in there.
Well, he's got a
and
pretty good setup. So
Hey, he's freaking huge. Like he's got this massive. It's like fucking the size of this shed, man. It's just fucking monitors everywhere.
no, where he
Just
reverses
shit.
his little van down and
Just fucking-
unpacks
it's got
everything.
shit
Yeah,
everywhere,
anyway,
man. It's
so,
awesome.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good for.
But and then
Mark.
we'll sort all that out, make a little video and everything like that. So get Mark some love and all that sort of gear.
Yep.
But then we went around, watched a couple of the amateur guys. We watched the Vikings play a few points.
They got third.
Second.
Second.
Okay,
Yeah, so
came second.
that was their third event, I believe. That was the Vikings' third event at Coffs.
Second or third, yeah.
That third because they did 3-man. No, they did the October one last year. Which
then they did the 3-man.
then they did 3-man.
So that was the third one.
So this was their third
Yeah,
event.
righto.
Yeah. So they got.
But
second.
they absolutely killed it. Most of the amateurs, it was actually really good competitional play. Watching watching the AMs. Who came first?
Oh shit.
Was it Pete?
No.
Just Google it. Google Warrior.
I'm not gonna Google.
Just Google it.
Maybe we should have done this before.
Well, Mr. Billy on the spot with the list.
Well, I was put
when I talk
on
about
the
these
spot,
topics,
so
don't do the freaking.
Hang on, let's have a look.
This is what I mean. I told him this too. He writes a bunch of stuff down and doesn't actually care to tell me anything. So then I'm just sort of getting thrown under the bus with a bunch of topics, and he'll just throw something stupid in as well.
Right,
turn
hang
that
on.
off,
Yeah, sorry. Hang on.
and he'll throw a bunch of stupid little things in there, so that'll just catch me off guard, and I'll have to take about 10 seconds to process what the heck he just said.
I'm not sure. I can't find it now.
Both on the phone midstream,
Sorry, look.
just to find this.
I'm not sure. It might have been peaked. It might have been.
It's all right, mate. I'll find it.
Oh, you okay?
I'll find it.
Yeah, his phone's more reliable than mine. Apparently.
I'll find it eventually. Don't talk or anything, Bill. Just sit
No,
there.
well, mate,
Just sit
you
there,
know,
it's all right.
I'm
You
just
just sit-
mimicking
you
what
just-
you
you
did
just-
before.
you just sit
like,
there.
you know.
I was talking, but
Oh,
you
were
just-
you?
yeah,
Oh,
you just-
sorry,
you just
sorry,
sit there,
sorry.
mate,
You
it's
just want me
all
to
right.
ramble on like an idiot.
Well, mate, that's what I was doing. You just sit there, mate. It's all right.
Well, I guess it makes funny content. For
Yeah,
the
that's
show.
right. You just sit there and not do
All right,
anything.
so
You just talk.
I know Viking came second. I'm not sure who came first and third. That was the other thing. I don't know if the results up. You have to go onto their page and actually go through and look. I'm not sure.
I'm going on Instagram because it might be there.
No, it wouldn't be on Instagram.
I don't know yet. No, it's not.
It wouldn't be on Instagram. It'd be on their Facebook page, if anything. But you'll probably get the same.
I can't
shit.
find it on their Facebook page.
All right, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Anyway, let's not worry about it right now. But apologies to the team that came first and third.
Bill sends his biggest apologies for making the list up and not doing any research at all to figure out what the heck happened.
Well, I knew who it was, but because it was a couple of weeks ago, like
I'm pretty sure it was peaked.
okay. So anyway, we watched and hung around, spoke to a few players on the Friday, scoped out the field, obviously.
I had a walk with the field and everything like that when Cody and Brandon got there.
Yep.
We walked around for a little bit. Cody and Brandon called the field live when there was like 20,000 people on the field.
Because they wanted to work
every
on some
semi-pro and
bounce
pro
shots
player
and
that was
stuff
playing the event was down there. They were the only two idiots with guns in their hands, and they're like, "Right, we literally
field's live."
been there for 5 minutes, and Brandon's like, "Yeah, field's live." Everyone just turned around and looked at everybody. Me and Bill just turned around and walked away.
Yeah, I just
We're
walked.
like, "Yeah, we don't know these two."
I don't know. No. Anyway. All right. So that was the Friday. Friday night we obviously had a team dinner at did we have the barbecue on Friday? Or was it
Saturday.
That was
Saturday we had the barbie.
So we sort of all had a chit chat on the Friday night. Turned up Saturday and had an absolute stellar of an event, I guess.
Yeah, we played pretty well actually at that event.
The only game we dropped was the last game of the round.
Yeah, the last game.
To Raw.
Yeah, it's Raw, and
then I guess we dropped the ball against Raw again.
my fucking gun went down.
I know. Really? Do you want to open that conversation up right now?
No.
Okay, cool. Because, you had a very awesome and reliable gun and you decided to sell it and get something else. So,
Yeah.
bad luck. We're not having this discussion on the air.
No.
No. So it was a good prelims from us.
That was a good event.
Yeah, we got a bit of a wake-up call in the last game.
Well, used it.
Went on, played semi-finals, won our semi-final match, and then, I don't know, Raw just unlocked, I guess, the puzzle to the way we played, or I don't know what it was, mate.
Raw
we
just
dropped
did their
the ball.
job
Yeah, well, maybe they did, maybe they didn't, maybe we didn't do our jobs we were supposed to, maybe something went, I don't know. Anyway, we ended up coming second.
I was still happy with second place anyway.
Look, it wasn't, about like a horrible weekend. It was a great weekend because there was a lot of positives come out of it. The positive thing, I guess, I believe, is that the championship has been rounded out. I don't think any team's close enough to us to.
I think we come last, and can they come first? They might be able to take it.
Well, anyway, it's pretty. They reckon.
I do not know.
Well, when I when we finished up on the Sunday, and I spoke to Kyle James a little bit, Kyle sort of looked at me and went, "Congratulations." I'm like, "For what?" And he's like, "Well, the series is pretty much wrapped up." I'm like,
because Blade didn't make finals, hey?
No, that's right, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
But I was like, don't say that. Yeah, mate, we still got the other next round. Like, anything could happen, but let's just, just turn up.
Literally anything could happen.
Let's not put the mockers on us yet, mate. So,
anyway,
it was a good event.
It's just a fact. I mean, like, far out. Like, just because one team's got something doesn't mean that it can't be taken away.
No, that's true. But anyway, it was a good event. Referees were great. Paint was great. We shot HK, I think, level 2.
We were shooting 2-star.
2-star, yeah, and that was shooting pretty good.
Other than the 17 bouncers that Danny has copped. Fuck, man. Honestly, I do not know how the fuck that happened.
Well, that happened because...
You shit paint management, Mr. Bill.
Correct, and that's why I said I got a kick up the butt, and I was assigned to this sort of job now. So
just a little one.
Again, any paint companies that can share information, let me know.
Just use common sense.
The optimal storage,
use common sense.
Anyway.
Don't worry about the temperature. Just keep it out of the sun.
Mate, temperature plays a major role.
Just keep it out of the sun.
Yeah, that's... Anyway. But paint was great. Refereeing was good. Teams were pretty competitive, I guess. OG boys played as well for the first time, I think, for this year.
First time at Coffs, the OG boys, yeah.
Was that their first time ever?
Their first Coffs event, I think.
As a team, or because I've seen OG boys play Coffs before.
Yeah.
But that's just like, okay. So as a team, okay, cool.
Pretty sure as a team it was their first one.
Yeah, right. But anyway, we had a pretty decent event. Pretty happy. Both of our last events sort of have been
pretty good start to the year, really. I think.
Yeah. So, lot to work on, lot to build on. So, yeah.
Yeah, a lot to look forward to. Yeah, always a lot to build on. Obviously, there's always room to build. Whenever someone asks how
room to improve.
Yeah, whenever somebody asks, how do you think the team went? Even if we came first undefeated, I'd still say a 4 out of 5 because there's always room for improvement.
Always.
There's always room for improvement. I don't care how good you are, what who you play for or whatever. Stop watching the TV.
I'm not watching. I'm watching you, mate.
No, you're watching the TV.
I'm not like you and Cody and the boys last week sitting there talking, looking straight at the TV going, yeah. No, that's...
No, I can see you watching the TV, honestly. Just because Corey Hall's on the TV, man. Calm down.
Oh, it's Aftershock.
Duh.
Aftershock, anyway.
But it was a really, really good event, actually. Fantastic weather all weekend round from Friday.
Again, we were lucky.
From Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was perfect. Sunshine. I think it was
Mother Nature.
26 or 25 on average. Freezing morning
and freezing nights, but from per se 10 till
10 till like 2.
No, it was probably up to about 3:30ish, 4 o'clock-ish. That while the sun was still out and it was warm, it was nice. But yeah, cold mornings, cold nights, but great conditions to.
Oh
play.
yeah, it was good
They
paintball
were
weather.
great
It's good
paintball
paintball
weather.
weather. But no, that's a question actually. Some people get asked, what weather do you like playing paintball in, Bill?
Me,
Yeah. What do you think's the optimum for you? Right, for you. Right. Don't think about anybody else. Think of you. Right. This is Bill thinking the weather that's going to help me win.
spring or autumn?
I don't care. Right. Just what weather.
No, but they're the two.
It doesn't matter. Right. What weather.
Either spring or autumn. One of those.
Right. Like just
In that sort of-
pick a weather. Right. Raining, sunshine, overcast, freezing cold, burning hot, whatever. What weather do you like playing in the most?
Probably cold, a little bit colder.
Yeah.
Not cold winter, but sort of like leading into it, sort of like autumn,
Yeah.
right? It's not too hot. It's not too cold.
Like 23.
Well, 25, 23, in between there, right? So you got nice sunny days, right? It's still cool, but not to the point where you need to guzzle fucking 10 bottles of water,
Yeah.
right? And not to the point where
Should be
you,
on that anyway.
you haven't broken. In summer, you're guzzling 10 to 15 bottles of water in a point, right? Okay, but winter time,
Go play in Thailand.
you're not breaking out in so much of a sweat. You're not burning as much. So, okay, you still got to drink your water, obviously. But again, like, yeah, I don't know.
He doesn't even know.
No,
Played for 20 years, doesn't even have a clue.
no, I got no idea. You're an idiot. No, but yeah, probably not too hot. Probably autumn,
Yeah.
or even spring, right? Because during spring, you sort of, not too hot again, not too cold. You're sort of like in those months where it's, you're getting those 25, 26 day degrees, and you're not breaking out, dripping sweat, and you're not actually not breaking out in any sweat. It's sort of like an in between. It's just, it's more comfortable weather, I believe.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's me personally.
That's what you like playing in, right?
Well, I like playing in, say, those 6 months of the year. I love that environment because I'm not dripping in sweat at the end of each point, and I'm not fucking sitting there putting a jacket on after the point to stay warm.
You're not playing in a jacket.
Do you know what I mean? I haven't got a hoodie on underneath my jersey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I guess those 2 months are probably better. Those like two periods of the year.
Yeah,
like those 6 months.
That bottom end of the season?
Yeah,
Bottom end of the year, sorry, I should say.
Because, I mean, do you like playing when it's fucking stinking hot?
Oh, look, I don't mind it because I go okay in the heat.
No, but it's when it's fucking 36, 37 degree, mate, and you walk out onto that field at like midday and the heat's hitting you from on top. The AstroTurf's already warmed up. So you're pretty much that sausage in the fucking middle of the two heat bits, right? You've got all your gear on. Is that comfortable?
I won't finish, mate, because I tried telling you.
No, right? And wintertime the same. You run out, you break a sweat, then you come in and you're freezing cold, you got to put a jacket on. By the time you go back out to have another point, you're warm from the jacket, you don't want to fucking take the jacket off. Right? So anyway, that's me. What do you prefer?
I don't know. I tried telling you, mate, but you just...
No. You prefer to play in summer.
No, I just said I don't care about the heat. But the heat doesn't bother me.
So you prefer to play summertime?
But no, if I had my optimum weather, it'll be overcast, 25, 26 degrees, with a light sprinkle of rain.
Rain?
Yeah.
Why rain?
Well, if I was playing on AstroTurf...
For more slide.
Right, yeah, it's just... You'd have to put bang a fat fuck, right? You put a little bit less effort in on the move. I liked a little bit of a rain too because it sort of damps your jersey a little bit. Yes, it makes it a little bit heavier, but you're not cooking.
Fair enough.
Either
okay.
you're keeping well tempered, and not heavy enough where it's affecting the paint in your hopper, or you have to put
a rain lid on and a visor,
or the sort of stuff like that. It's just it's light enough where it's keeping you cool, and it's not hot enough where you can feel the rain coming back off, and evaporating.
Yep.
That's why I like the overcast. And the overcast because you can wear a clear lens or a yellow lens, see everything all day. There's really no advantage of being on the home side or the away side if the sun's out, right? Because it's all
it doesn't matter.
Right?
It doesn't. Sometimes, towards the afternoon it does, but,
that for me is like just perfect weather, raining enough to keep keep you at an adequate temperature where you're not bussing, you're not dying.
Yeah, maybe that's
right?
a question you can ask people. What's the optimal?
Well, that's right. I mean, like, yeah,
in?
it's a question that's been hinted around here and there for years.
Okay.
What? Obviously, each player is different, right? Like, you didn't go to Thailand because it's quote unquote hot, right?
Humid.
Right. Where
Not so much hot.
Right,
It's the humidity.
where it was, but it wasn't actually that bad. But I think we were just blessed with the weather,
Years were lucky.
right?
Because normally that time of the year it's really hot.
I think Melbourne probably has the best weather. The last two times I was there, it was fantastic.
4 seasons in one day, you mean, Melbourne?
Yeah, 100%. It's just
Sorry, Melbourne, but, you know,
temperature
mate.
wise, it was fantastic. Like you'd bust your nut playing the point, but because it's relatively colder, you're not actually dying. Like
Yeah,
you're
fair enough.
out of breath because you just ran, but
Well,
you're,
look,
not, you're not dying. And
The round we
overwhelmed with
played,
heat.
yeah, but the round we played, we had a few different bits of weather throughout the day.
Oh, we had the
but-
same weather. It was just on a cycle. It was like going through a laundry machine. Like it was just.
Yeah, like being put in a
Yeah,
dryer.
no, it wasn't a dryer. It was a laundry machine. Because 1 minute it's not raining, it's just windy as fuck, and the next thing you know, the water's being loaded back in, so it's fucking flogging out again, and then all of a sudden it stops and it's windy as hell, and then water's back in again, and it's just hot, and it's just fucking stop, start, and it's just be like Bali, fucking rain or don't.
Yeah, okay.
Pick or
Fair
choose,
enough.
man.
All right, let's not argue with the weather now. Okay, that's
Fuck the weather.
sorry to all weather forecasts and stations and weather
I'm not
people
saying
out there.
stuff them. I'm saying stuff the weather.
Okay.
Just be nice.
Seeing of stuff them.
Huh?
Never mind. I was going to say something, but I thought, mate, no, I won't.
Bill's thought of something.
No, it's probably not.
Bill's thought of something. What have you thought?
No, it's probably not good. Not good.
Oh well.
Anyway, I'll leave that one.
Oh, okay, whatever.
No, leave it.
Pussy.
Okay. Are we done?
Pussy.
Are
I don't
you
know.
done?
Are we?
I don't know. Is there? Did
I don't
we
know, mate.
cover
You're the
everything
one with
else?
the freaking list of crap.
Well, we finished up Sunday from Coughs, right? And then left
Yeah.
Monday morning, came back home.
Left
and
Monday morning, came home. It was fantastic.
That was the closure.
Sensational.
Okay.
Went to work Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone
You
didn't.
did.
Someone's in.
You did. I didn't. No.
Someone's
I had no
retired.
job to go to. Anyway.
Someone's retired.
No, I'm not retired, mate. I'm looking for work.
Retired.
So,
That's semi-retired.
retired. Yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah. Don't pick him up. He doesn't want to work Saturdays.
Oh, it's against my religion.
Oh.
Yeah, Saturday and Sundays.
Oh.
Yeah, it's against my religion to work.
Oh, right.
Anyway. See, even Millie's having it.
Oh, just having a fit out there.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Not happy. Wants to come and say hello.
Anyway, something I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Something that everyone's been dancing around and hiding around and sort of like not.
Just spit it out.
Marcelo Margot going to damage.
Yeah. Good pickup.
Well, there's a lot of controversy around it.
Well, you'd be an idiot not to pick the idiot up.
Can you not call Marcelo an idiot, please?
I'm
Because
just
he's
saying.
not.
I'm just saying, you'd be an idiot not to pick him up.
Okay.
Right? Like, far out.
What are your thoughts?
I think it's a good investment. Like, you got one of the best players that have played the game.
But after all the shit that's
to a
happened,
dominant team.
but after all the shit that's gone through and happened, good pickup or sketchy pickup? Because people are going to be like, yeah.
Oh well, that's
Because of what's happened.
That's called media.
Okay.
People
Since
are gonna have their
that
opinions.
incident, but nothing has been said, nothing has gone on.
People are going
Right?
to have
It's
their
just-
opinions.
Yeah,
Like, it's
okay,
just-
fair enough.
Like
Okay.
it's like if you don't my opinion is if you don't like what someone says, right, you can either choose to listen to it or ignore it. Right, you can it's on the meter, right? Look how easy this is to just bypass this. You ready? Watch this. Right, say that's about Marcelo Margot.
Right.
All I have to do is this.
Yeah.
Right, look how easy that is.
Yeah, very funny.
Right, if you don't like what someone's saying on social media,
Okay,
you
anyway,
just continue on with your life.
that's
right?
not why I brought the subject up. What are your thoughts, people? What are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's a good thing? It's a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing for damage. I think it's a
Well,
good thing for
they've
Marcelo.
picked up a great player.
That's what I mean.
So-
I think it's a good thing for damage. I think it's a good thing for Marcelo. I mean, Marcelo, I don't care what anybody says about what he's done or what he said or anything like that. He's still a top-notch player.
He's
one of the best.
one of the goats, mate.
One of the best to ever do it and one of the best to continuously do it as well. I mean, it's like, fuck, you watch Impact play without him and then play with him. Like, fuck, there's a
massive
a clear difference, right? Whether people want to admit it or not, but there's a clear difference between when he plays and when he doesn't play. Same with
fair.
Dynasty when he doesn't play and did play.
Yeah,
I think it's good for Marcelo to still be around. because of what he's done in the sport, for the sport, around the sport, and continues to do for the sport. I think it's a good thing for Damage. I mean, fuck, you'd be an idiot to pass him up.
No, well, look, adding him to their roster is like obviously a bonus. Like it's a big
100%.
So
I mean,
he's a great person to pick up as a player. I mean, if people can sort of like move on from what's happened and just go, all right, look, just leave him be, let him do his thing, and
100%.
blah,
I mean,
blah,
it's going to be hard for a few people to move.
If
select few people anyway to move on from it. But
yeah, but if there's heckling and crap like that, that's what you're
going to find out.
Well,
this weekend.
you don't want to see it, right?
You're going to find out this weekend.
Obviously, like you said before, everyone's got their opinions, but yeah, just keep it off the pro circuit. Like, obviously,
you're a pro player.
What I mean is the people, not the pro player.
Oh, look, there's always going to be animosity between anything. Fuck, like I'm telling you now, if Marcelo came out and said the sky was fucking green, there'll be people batting out.
Anyway,
about that, right?
but what I'm saying is, like, if it's something fans can do, just keep it to.
Like, it's just
leave
how,
it off. Like, you don't want.
That's
shit
what
like
happens
that.
when you're a public figure.
Yeah, but you don't want it. Like, anyway, okay, fair enough.
It's just if you say something that doesn't line up with someone's opinion, obviously they're going to crack at you. That's just how it works.
Fair enough.
Well, that's just you say one thing, 50% of people are going to go yeah, 50% of people are going to go
nah.
Right?
I understand that, but
that's just how it works.
I just hope people take a sort of like a professional attitude towards it and just not bring it into the grandstands and fucking start heckling.
Oh, look, that's up to personal discretion. I mean,
let's hope that doesn't happen.
They've paid for the ticket, right?
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
I'm just saying that they've paid for the ticket, so I mean, fuck, it's up to your discretion then. At that rate, and out of mutual respect for everybody else, you shouldn't say a word.
Oh, thank you. That's all I'm.
Whinge,
that's
right?
all I'm trying to say.
But how many you got 10 people in line? How many people are going to open their mouths?
One of them will.
Right.
But let's just hope they can restrain from doing.
Oh, that's all right. I mean, just out of mutual respect for not just for Marcelo, but also for the rest of the players on Damage, for example. And I mean,
the rest of the players on Damage have nothing to do with it.
No, but right?
And
just let me speak, right?
Sorry.
Right, and then
I'm sorry.
The rest of the players on Damage, right, and then obviously the rest of the crowd as well. I'm sure I'm one that's sick of hearing it. Like, fuck, I'm
pretty sure everyone's over it.
I was sick of hearing it. I was sick of hearing about it the day it came out, and then it just blew up to a whole other extreme. Whether people want to admit that was his fault or not, or this person's fault, this idiot.
The media did.
But that's social media for you, right?
Yeah, it did blow up. The social media did blow up.
It's like lips, tits, and arseholes. Everyone's got one, right? Like, so
that's one way to put it, mate.
That's what an opinion is, right? It's just
true.
Everybody's got one.
True.
True. Should you be able to voice it? Yeah. Right. Like, I think the sky's yellow. Cool. I think the sky's green. Should we have a fucking massive meltdown over the social media of it?
No.
Not really. Is it really worth it?
No.
But yeah, like everyone. Obviously, about the incident that happened with Marcelo, everyone's going to have their opinion.
Everyone's got their own opinion, and everyone's entitled to their own opinions. Right?
That's exactly right.
What I was trying to say before is like, hopefully,
you can only hope fans
and players,
and all that sort of shit. Just shut up.
Yeah,
continue on,
and
move on
for his sake and for the whole for the sport's sake as well. Let's hopefully it's just everyone moves on from it.
That's right, 100%.
Cool.
Just for everybody's sake, just move on.
So as we're on the Pro and Excel events anyway. Predictions. Who do you reckon's going to win? Do you reckon these blokes here can do it again?
Who are they?
Paintball Fits. Anyway.
Look, I don't know. It's tough to tell. I mean, like, fuck, that field just looks like someone's vomited something.
The way the snake,
or just someone's just got
we'll get on
like a handful of bunkers.
We'll get onto the layout in a second, but let's go with the predictions.
Let's talk about it now. It looks like someone's
we'll do the
just
layout
grabbed a bunch
first.
of pieces.
Okay, layout.
Someone's grabbed the pieces, shaken them up in their hands, and just thrown it.
I'm sure that's not what has happened.
I don't know.
Okay, it's a very unique. Let's put it that way.
Me personally,
it's a very unique field.
I like mirrored fields. I don't like this mirrored angle shit. That's me personally, right? Like this. Like, look at this field, for example, right? It's mirrored angly, right? I like the mirror.
Okay. Anyway, we're not talking about this.
No, but it's the same sort of layout, mate, if you open your eyes.
Similar,
right?
but not.
No, it's not similar. It's the same, right? That left side is the same as this left side.
I mean, that's racist. Right? Tell me to open my eyes.
Well, it's not because you're white, right?
No. Yeah, I see where you're getting at.
It's just open your eyes. Stop being a smart ass, right? Like, the left is the same as the left.
Okay.
Well, when you're looking at it, the right, it's angled It's angled.
You don't
mirrored,
like the
right?
layout because of which part? The snake that goes across,
like
or
I
is
just
it?
said to you, I don't like the angled mirroring. I
Okay.
like it when it's mirrored straight.
Okay.
Right, you got a wedge here and a wedge here. You don't have a wedge here and a wedge here. Right,
You have played on all different types of fields that have been like that. So
right. So
what don't you like? Why don't you?
I
like
just,
what
I
is-
just said that twice now. I like the
the
mirrored, field, right? Not
But is that the
angled
only?
mirrored.
Is that the only reason, or is there any other reason why you don't like
Oh, where's the fucking direct? What do you call it? A snake reader?
snake reader?
Like fuck, man. Where's the generic shit? Or better yet, I like it when they made the blind layout, where no one knew what the heck was going on, and you saw the difference between experienced players and not so experienced players, or
Okay.
experienced team management with teams versus not so experienced team management with teams, and the way the teams come together.
Blind layout's different, okay? Because no team has an insight, and each team has to figure it out
My point.
in their prelims. Okay, some events and some fields do that, some don't. Okay, I guess the blind layout makes it pretty much equal for everyone, but then the level of play isn't as, because teams are making mistakes, trying to work stuff out. Whereas if they get a couple of weeks before and train on the layout, they kink out all those mistakes and then they play a better sort of style of paintball.
It's
and
not
a higher level.
mistakes. It's lack of
You-
knowledge.
You're figuring out the field as you go, which you
That's
usually
right.
figure out in a training session 3 to 4 weeks before your event, so you have common knowledge on the layout, where the balance shots are, where this and where that
That's
is.
right.
Right.
It's not mistakes.
On your blind layouts, you need to work out
You're working out on
stuff,
the fly.
yeah, pretty
right?
quickly.
So it's
Because
not
if
a
you
mis-
don't,
it's not a mistake.
no, I didn't say it was. I don't mean it's a mistake.
No, I'm just
right?
saying
But I'm
it's-
just it's a different altogether. Right, teams have to turn up and play a different style.
That's exactly what I mean between
Right.
the difference of experienced players and team management versus the not so experienced players and team management, right? Because you look at players like Malloy, Fedorov, Tyler, right? All these guys that have had 15, 20 years playing. When they look at a field, they've generally played something close to it. They've played that much. And you look at guys, I think what's Cyrus played for? Like 3, 4, 5 years, right?
Anyway,
Played, let's say he's played 20, 25, 30 different layouts, right? These guys have played fucking 300.
yep.
So they're going to look at it and sort of adapt faster, right? So you're giving, not saying you're giving these experienced teams more of an edge, but you'll watch them come together faster than what a not as an experienced team players will.
It kind of,
Right. Obviously not,
It
like,
kind
obviously-
of balances out the event, so
Well, that's
no
what-
one has an advantage on the event. So it balances it out and gives every team a fair chance.
That's
but
exactly
again,
right.
even when you give, but the same can be said for when you give the layout 3-4 weeks and teams train on it. Some teams will figure out different styles of play, different types of games to others, right? But I don't know. The argument's there, right? The argument's there.
Well, you can tell the difference between a wealthier team and not so wealthier team because this team.
Let's not get in.
Well, no,
into
I'm
that
just saying.
side
Well, no,
of it, but like
you want to go down that rabbit hole. Let's go down it.
No,
right?
I'm not. I don't want to go down that rabbit
No, but
hole.
like
Trust
you
me.
can see a team that has wealth. They can train 4, 5, 6 weekends, right, or whatever. Like, what do you get? You get 4 weekends. They
About
could
4, 5
they could probably
weekends.
train 8, 9, 10 times with
Yeah, this is true.
with 60 cases of paint.
Okay, but-
each time, right?
Yeah, go
Whereas
on.
you got a not so wealthier team or not so looked after team, whatever. They can only train 4 or 5 times with 20, 30 cases of paint. So you're limited. Like each different teams are limited to how
right?
hard.
Okay, but it's
And
how
so-
quick
and
they figure out the layout as
and
well.
Also depending on what teams they want to crack against as well. I mean, some
Yeah.
of the bigger
Well,
teams
it's the training sessions that
might
they do
only
as
want
well.
to go against bigger teams, right? Like this, I think this weekend that just went, who was out? I think Legion, Houston Heat, and X Factor were all at it, right? Huh?
Where were they?
X Factor Paintball Park.
That's not EMR. That's Anyway, doesn't
Right,
matter.
I'm pretty sure it was Heat, Legion, and X Factor.
Okay.
Right, three top tier teams cracking at it. Right. I'm just saying, there's different teams that have standards of teams that they'll want to play against and train against.
Yep.
I like the way Damage does it. Damage trains against semi-pro teams because it gives those teams an insight of playing a bigger team on a layout. Right.
But does that help Damage playing against?
It helps Damage in a way because the pro teams don't get to see what they're doing.
Also, semi-pro teams will play differently to pro teams, and it's an unorthodox style
Well,
that
it's-
they
yeah,
wouldn't
well,
be
it's-
used to. So maybe it gives them
It's
a
not just,
different.
and it's also helped building a semi-pro team as well by cracking at a pro team all day.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, I like the way they do it, but
Yeah.
each team has their own different way of doing everything, right? But that's exactly what I mean by some teams have standards of how many boxes they can shoot on a day, on a weekend,
Yeah.
what teams they play, where they play is a big one as well.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you look at Fit; these guys train 6 days a week. Not because they have to.
We
but
spoke
because
about
they
this
can,
last
right?
time. We went through why they can and
Well, that's
the hows and the do's that they do.
But
as a team.
there's what I mean by between training on a layout versus a blind layout.
Yeah.
Right? You get teams that, like Fit, for example, that can train every day on this thing because they have the ability to, not because that they're blessed in a way, but they worked hard to get what they've got, right? And now they're using the facility that they've built, and damn well they should. Whereas you've got some teams that don't have a home, right, or don't have a field that they own,
field,
right?
their own sort of field,
or live near each other, so they've only got
play every afternoon or every evening.
Then they've got to fly in. You've got your players from Arizona, Carolina, New York, whatever, right?
We went through this last time.
That's right. Like so I don't know why it's not getting through your head what I'm saying then.
Mate, I'm just listening. I'm not. It's getting through my head. I'm just listening to you. Carry on.
Right. That's where I think a blind layout's better.
I believe this bloke.
Blind layout's better than a train layout. There's a blind layout. Everyone's at square zero.
Okay.
No one has an advantage whatsoever.
I'll let you have that one because there's opinions on both, but I'll let you have. You prefer a blind layout.
Watching, right? But I also stand with you. I like a structured layout, like one that's already standard, because now the competition level's raised, right? Because everybody knows where the shots are, what you can and can't get
where the
away
lanes
with.
are, where the bounce shots are, where what is, where everything is.
Your muscle memory's there for everything, right? You get in the snake, you get in the snake 2, you know that you've got, like, say you can shoot a Cali in Dorito 2 if you look here and here and here, like all that sort of shit,
we did
right?
last round when we trained on it a fair few weeks before.
That's right. So
it gives you a bit of an edge.
Exactly. So I see both sides of the argument, but I prefer a blind layout because you get to see where everybody's at, who's really good at the game, who can really structure something, who can really manage.
There you go. There's a question for the viewers. Do you prefer blind or like a couple of weeks before? Up to them.
I reckon Masters should be blind.
Masters should be blind. Okay. So speaking of Masters, which actually brings me to our next sort of topic, rounds 3 and 4. Obviously, we know if there's not 10 teams, it's going to go back to last round and round 1 where you play everybody.
I think it's only I think you play everybody when it gets under a certain limit. I think it's if you have like 8 or 9,
7, 8, whatever.
It's like 7, 8, or 9. You get dealt with what you dealt with, and you just play the first 4 games.
All right, if there's 7 teams, which there'll be 8 this time, I believe, because Raw.
No idea.
Anyway, so if it's the same amount of teams, and we get to do the 4 rounds, great. Something I would like to raise, like a question on, because it's not just me. I think it's a lot of players have been talking about this, and it's something we sort of would like to change because
15.
15.
Bring back 15.
No.
Damn it.
Seeing if you're going to play like we did last round and you're going to play 6, 7 games, whatever it is, 15 minutes is a long slog, okay? And it's pretty heavy. I'm not going to hide, but it's pretty heavy on your pocket. As a paintball player, it's pretty heavy on your pocket. What I think, bring it down from 15. If we're not going to do the 4-round format like they do in NXL, and we are going to play this 6, 7 rounds playing every team, Mike, please bring it down to 10 minutes, mate, because last round you'll justify and the rest of us will justify in the team. It was a pretty expensive round for us.
Pretty expensive round for everybody.
So with the 4-round format, okay, what are you going to shoot? 15, 20 boxes, Max?
I don't know.
I
haven't played it yet.
You got 24 points to play. 4 rounds.
Haven't played it.
Right. So obviously, yeah. But to shoot 48, 49.
Or whatever we shot. Yeah,
I
think 52.
It was pretty expensive weekend for us. I don't know how the other teams fared and all that. But it is something I would like to raise a question on. Can we and would you like to go to 10-minute games instead of 15?
Still keep it Mercy 6.
Yeah, still keep the Mercy 6, whatever. So it will probably chopping 5 minutes off the clock will make the games more aggressive, obviously. So
make the day go faster.
That's another thing too. I don't know if I'm the only one. I have spoken to a lot of people about it, and there has been some concern raised, right, for rounds 3 and 4. Because we all love to play. We all love our events. We all, we do what we do. But there's got to be a level where, you're not getting smacked in your wallet to play 2 days of paintball and it's costing you your fucking week's wages. It's just a subject that was brought up.
Yeah.
Because I did speak to a few teams last round about it. I know Too Much Combat were one of them that sort of were concerned about it. And I had a conversation with Woody and a couple of the other boys and that. And they were like, look, we don't mind playing 6-7 rounds, but at least chop 5 minutes off the clock because that saves us 3-4 boxes per fucking per game.
Yeah.
Right. So that's something that I would like to put out there. Can we drop down to 10-minute games? What do you think? Or what do the viewers think? That's what I want to especially mainly the pro division. Yeah, at this point we're talking about.
Well, semi-pro is 10 minutes.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, but mainly the pro division. Would you like to see, if we have to play 6-7 rounds, would you like to see 10-minute games instead of 15-minute games? I personally would, and I'll put my hand up and go, please change it, because it wasn't a cheap round last round for us.
Nah.
Okay, I don't know how the other teams fared, but for us, it was,
I think the average was 550, 500.
Yeah, we paid a little bit more than that, but...
Oh, womp.
Anyway, I'm just saying, if we're going to continue playing rounds 3 and 4 under the same format we played rounds 1 and 2, would you like to see 10-minute games? I don't know about the rest of you, but I would, because it was a pretty expensive round last round, and I love playing paintball. It's part of my life, and it's something I don't want to stop. But if I'm paying $700-800 paint bills every round, at the end of the year, it's a $3,200 paint bill just to play paintball at the end of the year.
Get a job.
Yeah.
Get a job.
Anyway.
Stop being retired, man.
Yeah, but it's just, you understand what I'm saying?
Nah, not at all.
It is, yeah.
Not at all.
Don't be a smartass. It was a concern from a lot of teams, but I'm not speaking I'm speaking on behalf of other players from other teams, right? So it's info that I've gathered from other players, right? So I don't know. What do you think? Would you like to see 10-minute games instead of 15? Or even 12? Maybe wipe 3 minutes off. Those 3 minutes, you're going to shoot 5, 6, 10 pods less each player. That's another box or two.
Oh, I can talk now.
Oh, I swear to God, when he's in these moods, I hate doing these with him.
No, I think, if it's under, I think, what is it? I think it's the 8-team threshold, then it goes in, do you play everybody? I think it's 7 and below. I think you play everybody after that.
Correct.
I think 10 minutes or 12 minutes is viable. I don't know, if it gets under the 8-team threshold, I don't like this 16 final shit. I think it should just go back to the first, second, third, fourth go up instead of instead of 5, 6 as well. Not just for whatever it is, but I think it's just the 5th and 6th teams don't have to buy another 4 cases of paint as well. So it sort of saves their back end as well. I think with the because you have to understand it, right? So you've got 7 teams, right? You're playing 6 rounds already, right? And then Sunday, you could get lucky with being first or second.
And just playing semi-finals. So you're going to get 2 games. You're going to get semi-finals. And if you win your semi-finals,
or
you win the
1
finals.
game, right?
Whatever.
So I understand that. There's the possibility of of you only play 1 game if you say you've got to play quarterfinals. That's another 3 games.
Yeah, if you've got to play quarters, you've got to play quarter, semi, and final. If you make it through all 3, right? So that's
right.
That's probably another 10, 12 boxes more to get through.
Possibly, right?
Well,
depending. Anyway,
okay.
Right, so that's you. Now you've turned 6 rounds into 9 rounds. Right, so that's where I cause it. Whereas if you're just playing say you're playing the 8-team threshold or the 10-team threshold, you play 4.
4 rounds. Max, that's all you get.
Max you can play 7. So that's the way I look at it. Whereas if you have, say you have the 17, say you have a 17 threshold, so now you got to play everybody. So you play 6 rounds, and then you have the first and fourth, second and third playoff, and that's it. That's your finals and semi-finals. The max you can play is the max everybody else plays is 2 more games.
Yeah.
So now you're at.
Well, I agree with you.
You're only at 8.
Well, I agree with you.
Right. So you're at 1 more than what you'd normally play.
Yeah.
and there's a first, second, third, fourth, right? Like there's a playoff for it all. You know, whether people agree or disagree, like that's their opinion. It's like everybody. Everybody has their own opinion about everything. That's the way I look at it. I think, yeah, if you're under the 8-team threshold, which I think is what it's at, like if there's less than 8 teams, you play everybody. That's the way I think of it. You should drop it down to at least maximum 12 minutes.
I agree
for a game.
I'm completely in agreement with it because it's something
you'll play all your prelims, right? You'll play your six prelims, and then it'll be the top 4 go through, and then first and fourth playoff, second, third playoff.
Yeah, like the old days.
Winners of those 2 games will play for first and second. Losers of those 2 games will play for third.
Playing
fourth.
a maximum of 7 games.
That's the way I look at it. Obviously, I don't run my own event. If I wanted to do it like that, you go spend the fortune and do it yourself.
Well, mate, when we're not event runners, but
that's
we're
right.
trying to help.
But like
in every way possible we can with our show to sort of say, hey, look,
that's right. I mean,
can we work so, like, you know, because a lot of there was a lot of, sorry to cut you off, there was a lot of talk about it.
Oh, everyone's always going to talk about something. Fuck, I mean, like no matter what, let's just say sevens for example, right? No matter what Mike, John, and Adam come up with, there's always going to be a negativity.
Oh, there's
right?
always,
like,
yeah, of course.
Everybody's screaming.
Event.
Everybody's screaming for 10.5. It went down to 10.5. Now I don't care what anybody says. You shoot more at 10.5 than 15. Right? I do not care what anybody says.
I think that's been proven.
It's
mate.
a fact, right?
I think
obviously the game
from
times,
last round.
Obviously the game time's gone up. Yes, that is a big alter, right? But you've seen teams automatically go from playing 9 rounds of paintball plus finals and semi-finals. So you play 11 rounds of paintball.
And it's a lot on the player too.
You've gone from seeing teams shoot a maximum. Like what was the biggest? I think it was like Marauders or something. Shot 66 or 70 cases of paint, but that was 4 days. So they had Thursday training because they had Ronnie and that down,
and they used to play Friday,
and then they played Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? Finals as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, like you've gone, and then now you're seeing teams playing 7 rounds of paintball and shooting the same, if not more, with less. Like I hate to bring it up, but with less prize money on the board.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like it's like not to bring the prize money up as an issue, but like that's just that's an altering factor, right? You don't have the 10 teams, you're not getting the full prize money, right? So obviously the less teams that play, the less the prize money continues to go down because you only get a percentage, right?
Yeah, of course.
Which is totally fair enough, right? Like, but at the end of the day,
It is what it is, man.
That's exactly right. And at the end of the day, people need to look at it as it's a business as well. You know, if unfortunately it's not what it is here, so people, you know, need to realize that these businesses need to make money in order for these things to continue to go. Of
course.
Continue to go through. I
Of
mean,
course.
like, you know, that whether people want to talk about sevens or, you know, a little Wagga event or, you know, big Coffs Harbour event, you know, it's all the same. Everybody has to make money in order to keep the businesses going and keep the tournaments played.
The fields have to make money and
that's right,
operate
'cause
to
these
stay
things-
afloat.
Well, these things aren't cheap.
No.
Aren't cheap to run. They're not cheap to make. They're a big investment. I mean, I know Mike spent, you know, 6 figures putting his entire field together.
Mate, there's a lot of money in insurances and
yeah, that's
stuff
right.
that
I mean,
you
same
don't-
with Elite One. They've dropped the bomb in making their setup as well. And, you know, I think both venues are fantastic, whether people want to play one or the other. We've ran out of time for the video. Whether people want to, you know, play one or the other, I think they're both fantastic events to play with and play in, sorry, I should say.
Get it right, mate.
Yeah, I know, right? Fucking hell. Get your shit together. I think, but yeah, both events are fantastic to play, whether semi-on capsule, cup of tea, or 10.5 ramping. But yeah, no, I think, you know, I don't know if anybody else agrees with my opinion on this one, but I think whether it's got 10 teams or 8 teams, I think it should just be capped. Both, like, all divisions should be capped at 8 teams instead.
Yep.
This is my vision, right? Like, whether you agree or disagree, that's your own personal view, like, whatever. I think all 3 should be capped at 8, regardless, right? Semi-pro and AMs have been having a steady 8 to 10 teams anyway, right? Both last events at Sevens had 10 teams in AMs, and they had 8 teams in semi, and now 10
I
teams.
think it was 9.
9 teams in semi, and then now they've had 10 teams in semi, right? It's
Okay.
fantastic
Fair
turnaround,
enough.
right?
Yeah.
Regardless, I think all 3 should have 8 teams.
Yep.
AMs would be a weekend. Semi-pro and pro should be merged in one weekend.
Ooh.
Right? Because
But you'd have to play split deck.
well, like, I'm not finished speaking, right?
Sorry.
So the way
Snappy boy.
well, fuck, man, you do it all the time. Like, fucking hell. So
I hate recording when you haven't had sleep.
Oh,
Go on. Sorry,
It's
go
not
on.
hard. Stop speaking.
Go
right.
on.
So, and you have semi-pro and pro play one weekend, right?
Yeah.
One, you save money on referees because now the refs are playing. Like now the refs are just reffing for one solid weekend, right? You just got Saturday, Sunday. So whatever Mike pays referees, that's up to his discretion. Whether he gives them whatever he pays them, right? That's his business.
None of our business.
Right? That's exactly right. It's none of his business what he pays people, right?
It's none of our business. Go on.
That's how I look at it. You can save money that way as well.
This is true.
You increase the amount of paintball that's played as well because now you have 16 teams cracking it at once. So there's more there, right? You have 2 presentations at once, so now there's more teams, there's more energy, there's more vibe. Obviously, you play split deck as well, and you just cap them both at 10 minutes. That's the way I look at it. They both play Mercy 6. You cap them off at 10 minutes. That's the way I look at it. 10.5 BPS rate, because that's what everyone apparently reckons is the best.
I agree.
So that's
no.
like that's the way I look at it. Obviously, I'm one opinion, and it doesn't matter what I say. At the end of the day, whatever they make is the way they're going to do it.
I agree with you, right?
Yeah. Well,
100%.
Yeah.
But your biggest issue is there's no way Mike and John will do split deck.
Well, no, I understand that, but no, I'm just saying, right? Like,
It's I don't know.
That's the way I would look at it,
mate. Stranger things have happened because there was no way we're doing 10.5, and there was no way we're doing this, but. Things have changed over the years, right? So you never know. But, I kind of like the idea of a split deck and having the semi-pro and the pro weekend in one weekend. Exactly like you said, you're saving money on referees and, staff and all that because you're running 2 events in the one weekend. Obviously, there's going to be more content. It is, I agree 100%, and I'd love to see it go that way.
100%.
But... It's John and Mike. You got to convince for.
Well, no, it's
stranger things have happened.
It's
you
their
never know.
venue at the end of the day, and people need to respect that. It's their venue. I mean, they're going to run it the way they see fit, and that's just the way. That's how the cookie crumbles for sevens. I mean, no,
I'm just saying,
they've ran a successful tournament for decades now.
Decades,
so I mean,
Mike and John have been, Mike, John, and Adam have been very successful.
I mean, yeah. So they've ran a successful tournament for decades now. It's now finally back up on the rise. After a shitty COVID break, so
it's taken a while to recover from COVID, but
it's on the rise again.
It's recovered, which is great.
And even Elite One now, it's still on the rise as well. So it's good to see all these different tournaments. Like Melbourne as well. Melbourne's growing as well. So it's good to see tournaments across Australia rising and growing. So no, it's a good thing to see. But yeah, if someone approached me and asked me how I would do it, that's exactly how I'd do it. I'd have both divisions, so semi-pro and pro playing the one. The only thing that this alters, to get off that topic, the only thing this alters is the semi-pro division not having pro players playing in the division. And
they wouldn't be able to have a pro.
And that's the way I see it. You shouldn't have pros in it anyway, right? Like it's semi-pro. You should just have semi-pro players. Like that's the way I see fit. Obviously, it brings an advantage for a few reasons. It rises the competition because there's pro players across the board. There's generally a pro in each team, right? Like it's just sort of the way it works. The pro guys that are playing get a look at the field and a feel for the field playing.
We both do it.
Well,
mate.
that's
we
right.
play the weekend before, so we can. I mean, we help our semi-pro teams and all that, but we all obviously, and they know. I've spoken to Renee and Jimmy about it before from DTF, right? They know we're there to help them for the weekend, but they also know
you're in it for yourself as well.
Well, of course,
for your event,
mate. I've explained that to them before, and I've said, look, any pro player that plays semi-pro weekend is there for 2 reasons, right? They're there to help your team out, of course, but no bullshit. No, they're there to scope out the field for the following weekend.
That's right.
To see what runs they can get away with, whatever, right? We both do it. A lot of SWAT players do it.
Everybody does.
A lot of players do it, right? And it
Everybody
is an advantage, right? But at the same time, what you said, taking the pro players out of the semi-pro division, I think is a good thing, because it allows only the semi-pro division to compete within itself, and they don't have no advantage anywhere.
Well, I'm not the only pro player that actually thinks it either.
I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't know. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. It's just getting it through to the bosses, mate, to see if they can.
Well, it's not getting. It's
not so much getting it through. It's sort of like
their
suggesting it to see if, because Mike and John always ask,
How can we make this better?
How do we make it
was the
better? Let me know,
event?
boys,
Blah,
or,
blah, you know,
or you guys, or other teams.
Everybody, every venue owner does it.
Everybody,
right?
right?
How do we make this event better? What was good about it? What was crap about it? Like all the gear, right?
So,
you get all the questions.
There it is. Like from
That's how I word it, and that's how I would if I was given the spotlight of, hey, how would you run it?
well, I like it.
That's how
I
I
agree
would
with
do
you.
it.
So I would.
yeah,
I agree with the method.
I'd have both divisions playing the one weekend. I'd have them both capped at 10 minutes, Mercy 6, 10.5 BPS, split deck. Whether people like split deck or not, that's your own discretion. I don't care. If you like X-Ball, if you like split deck, whatever, because at the end of the day, you play split deck half the
This
time.
is good, but it's going to cause a bit of controversy.
Well, if you like split deck half the time, you're going to play X-Ball anyway, because it ends up happening in X.
It happens in split deck
right?
anyway. If one game finishes before the other, you go into X-Ball mode. So
that's right. So it doesn't.
It doesn't change much.
Whether people like it or not, that's your own thing.
Well, there you go. That's something to put to. I guess
I don't mind split deck. I feel like it gives you a bit more of a break sometimes.
Depends. It all depends.
The only thing I don't like is it gives you 40 seconds to get the other gate, man. I'm fat. I'm overweight, man. Fuck, bro. That's a walk and a run, bro. Far out, man. Is it getting to the other side in 40 seconds, man? Give us at least a minute, eh?
Lay off the meat pies, mate.
Bro. I actually haven't been to a bakery for a while, eh?
We're not a food show.
Nah. But no, that's how I would do it. Whether, people agree or people agree to disagree. I mean, that's why we have this show for people.
Well, you can put it to the people. What do they think about it, and what what do you think we could like? Do you think we should put it towards Mike and John and try it for a round, or are we just talking shit? But
that's what we have this show for. To
exactly
talk shit,
right. So
like,
it's something we're suggesting. Maybe at least give it a thought, Mike and John and Adam.
I'm sure they have.
Because we have, as a podcast, gathered some information from players that have said, look, it was a great round and everything, but the expense was a lot. If we could bring the expense down and sort of, still have the sort of same, I guess that's what every player wants. But
obviously.
there's something for viewers and for Mike and John to consider.
Yeah, of course.
What do the viewers think? Do they think it's a good idea? Would they like to see maybe a test run in a round of what Brett's just said? Because I'm in agreement with him. Like I'd like to see it like that too. That sounds pretty good. Sounding good and actually executing.
Sounding good and being good, it's two different stories.
Two different things,
right?
with events, you're always going to have teething issues with lots of shit, right?
Yeah, of course.
But would you like to see something like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, put in the comments how you guys would structure having an event. Obviously have the factor of this thing costs businesses money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sort of not really, but use your head. You can't, and time. Time's a big thing.
Yeah, because
you've only got so many hours. But you've only got so many hours in a day, right? So, yeah, it'd be cool to have 3 divisions crack off at once. You've only got sort of 10, 11 hours of daylight a day, and you've got to make time for stoppages, ref breaks, blah, 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 all that sort of shit. So, I mean, just how would you guys frame it? Put it in the comments. Would you do it the way I do? Would you do it the way I would have it? AMs play one weekend, that's just their weekend. Or, would you have semi-pro and pro merged, have one weekend? Or would you just do what, Sevens did a while ago and Champions and Challengers? You just have 2 divisions. You have Div 1, Div 2. And that's how you do it. That'll be your weekend right there.
Also, the old Rouse Hill days, you had pro and semi-pro weekends. Same weekend.
There's 2 fields.
Obviously, pro would start on the Friday. Well, they'd start on the Thursday because they'd train on the Thursday. Then they'd play first round.
Friday.
Friday. And then and then semi-pro would turn up on Saturday and they'd play on the bottom field.
That's right, there's 2 fields.
But the good thing was for the semi-pro division was if you made finals, your semi-final and your final game.
Yeah, we're on the pro.
They brought you up and you were on the live broadcast
that's right.
as well. Like you're on the live stream, which was great for semi-pro teams because.
Well, that's another thing I just didn't even think of actually. Semi-pro will then be on the pro live stream. So,
yeah, that's right. Because that's how they used to do it in the old days.
Whether that's a factor for you or not, that's your own thing. I think it'd be cool. I think it's cool that they've got a live stream now, both divisions, AMs and semi-pro. I just think,
okay, the semi-pro stream isn't as good as the live, right? But
they're both the same, AMs and semi-pro.
No, semi-pro and pro. Sorry, not for AMs and semi-pro. For pro, it's obviously different, but yeah.
But that's how
Pro is a lot better.
That's how I would have it. You'd have semi-pro and pro playoff on the one weekend, 10 minutes, 10.5 BPS, Mercy 6, split deck, 8 teams, 16 teams. It'll hopefully sell out. I mean, just that's how I would look at it. You get the semi-pro guys looking at what the pro guys are doing, and vice versa. I think the level of competition for the semi-pro would rise. But not just being around, but watching live as well, watching at the field as well.
Yeah. Well,
I think it'd be a bigger eye opener for the semi-pro division guys, watching how the pro guys act, behave, play,
and play the
that's how I would do it. So I mean, if you're agreeing to that, put that in the comments.
Let us think what you know.
But
let us know what
if
you
you've got
think,
your own way of doing it, write it in the
right.
comments below. I mean, share your opinions. I mean, that's why we had this show in the first place.
That's
for everybody
correct.
to get
That's
their
why
opinions
it's here.
out and all that sort of stuff. So
that's correct.
what else you got on this list, Bill?
Mate, we just couple more subjects. Total War happened
On Sunday.
Apparently it was a good event.
Big turnout, I think.
Yeah,
Mike,
it was
I was
100
in the shop the other day. I think Mike said there was like 150, 180 people there.
No, I think Thingo said it was 160 something in the end. So it was good turnout. UEF, I think, won the day.
I think UEF won
They won
first and third round.
first and third round, whatever it was. So that was good. Some of the people that I spoke to over the last couple of days about it said it was a good event. It was fun. Yeah. It was a little bit different because Nathan Dunn had built boats.
Yeah, Mike was actually talking to me about those things when the two front gates drop and you just got a million paintballs just coming at you. I said, that would have been a big punch up to get at the back of the boat, eh?
Yeah, there was some changes to the field from the last common Total Wars that they've had, right? So because it was a D-Day, of course, they had to have the boats, obviously. But it was apparently it was a good day. 160 something people turned out, so good to see Total War sort of
picking back up again. And
because
consistent.
I think the couple ones before that they got 100, 120, and then sort of like from there it started
picking back up. Well, ever since MagFed's been legalised in New South Wales too, that's risen it.
That's risen to a fair bit.
A lot of MagFed players.
Well, all the old MagFed players have come into Total Wars because you can use your MagFed.
Yeah,
that's a subject that I won't even.
What?
MagFed.
What about it?
I don't want to talk about MagFed.
Oh,
there's a whole
each to their own.
Oh, you need Mike in here to talk about MagFed.
Oh, to be honest, I don't know anything about it. Eh?
Well,
not my cup of tea.
Okay, so a quick run through was they were brought out. At one stage, they were legal to sell. Then they were illegal to sell, and
I'm not opening that can of worms.
Now they're sort of like it's legal again to sell them, or like some shops were selling them when they were told, when Mike was told it was illegal to sell. I don't even want to go down that road, right?
You opened it.
No, but that's been a little bit of an influx for Total War, which is great because the MagFed stuff sort of has opened up.
Yeah,
so that's good. It was a good event.
Oh, that's good.
They shot, I think, war paint, the red stuff.
Yeah, the red stuff showed up 3 days before the event too.
Oh, that would have been mint.
Yeah, so Mike was happy with how the paint went.
All right, so that was
good. And on Sunday too, actually, just thinking of it now, I was actually at Jono's field.
You were at HBR.
I was at Heartbreak Ridge.
So were some of the Triton Sea boys.
Yeah, some of the Triton Sea, some of the HBR players as well. Testing out Jono's little new facility. That
Chester was there as well.
Yeah, me and Chester went down. Played with Cody and the Triton Sea boys and a few of the HBR players. No, it's actually a really cool little setup he's got there, eh?
You faced.
Yeah, I FaceTimed you when I was there.
Yeah,
you and John had a stupid laugh or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
But, it was actually a really cool little place he's got there. Mad little setup. I like the staging area he's got in there as well. Like the big white dome thing. And he's showing me a few things that he's planning on doing.
Mind you, Thailand. That's why you like the white dome.
Oh, that thing was fucking. You could have had the field under that. Fuck, I don't know why.
That's why because it reminds you of the Thailand.
Well, I don't know why they didn't actually. Like, fuck, you could have fit the field under it at that point.
Anyway,
but it's actually a really cool setup he's got there. He's showing me all these.
He's done a lot of
new
stuff
things that he's planning on doing there, and all the little upgrades and stuff. So it's gonna be a cool new place to train. A facility closer for a lot of people. It saves you a big drive. For a fair, like most players these days are from Southwest Sydney. So
can I just cash in
Sydney,
on that?
Oh, we all know you're fucking 5 minutes from it, mate.
5 minutes from the field. I literally live on the other side of Milperra in Condell Park, and all I have to do is literally go down Edgar Street, Milperra Road, Henry Lawson Drive. 5-6 minutes max. Probably 8 minutes with a cup of coffee
I
stop.
hope Edgar Street has traffic for you.
I'll just take Henry Lawson Drive and then go through the airport. There's no problem, mate. There's lots of different ways to get down. But it's 6 minutes from my house. So.
It's fantastic for you, mate.
Well, we spoke to Jono about it a long time ago, and he said he was sorting stuff out and getting something ready for this sort of stuff. Good to see that there's another field doing it. I guess for players like myself and yourself, all right, for me it's 8-10 minutes max. For you, it's like what, 25, 30 minutes?
20 minutes. 20
minutes. So the guys like us that live out of Greater West Sydney, right, or like
Wollongong
it is
and shit like that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, some of the Triton Sea boys.
Yeah, they're
from Wollongong. The Wait and See boys. Sorry.
Yeah, Wait and See boys.
Some of them from Camden. I believe Ilya's from Wollongong. He comes all the way up from Wollongong.
I mean, he's had someone there from Nowra that's been there 3 weekends in a row.
Yeah, but like I think it's a little bit closer for a lot of the Western Sydney guys to go train there, which is good. Not that you're not going to go to action. You always want to go to action because you'll have the layout to play on and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, whatever the case
is. But it gives you just a bit of an option now to go, okay, this week I'll go train here, next week I can go train there, the following week I can go train there. It gives you an option, which is good. It's really good.
No, it was good, man. It was just, you show up, buy a box of paint, whatever, sort your shit out, whatever, and then just get out there, first 5 on the gate, whatever. It was
your own section. You don't have nothing to do with any of the recce's or anything like that?
Oh, it's completely secluded, eh?
So you got tournament players are on their own in their own little area.
You're in your own area. It's really good. It's just super chill environment. Everyone's friendly, all that sort of shit. So
you had a good time?
Yeah, it was really good time.
You enjoyed yourself?
Fantastic.
So we can tell Jono to maybe jump on board and sponsor the show. No pressure, Jono, but
smart ass.
Come on, well, mate, it's you gave me a segue, so I took it.
Smart ass.
Jono, HBR, somewhere up here, be nice. I'm still waiting for Woody's little banner to put up here. So anyway. Oh, sorry, I'm just having a rant, sorry.
Clearly, fucking hell. Just bag everybody out. Fuck me.
Well, mate, I've asked to, how can I put it, display sponsors stuff. And, I'm still waiting for Gracie's
fucking cold
jersey. Still here.
You could have pinched that off Broderick on the
weekend. No, because he didn't have a jersey to wear last weekend. And I said to him at the end of the Sunday, I said, he goes, I haven't got a jersey. He goes, I've got to wear Grace's now for a little while.
You could have pinched it off him, but anyway. Lazy prick.
So we'll get
Gracie, they'll be down. They'll be down in a couple of weeks, so you can pinch it off her then.
I'll just get it when we go up to Hartley.
That's right.
So yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Sweet.
So one more?
One more what?
There's one more to cover.
Really?
Just one more. And it's a quick one.
What?
Yarra 10-man.
Oh, the 10-man.
Yarra 10-man. So I think there's 2 or 3 teams in there so far.
2 teams registered as of right now.
Well,
which is June 18th.
Me and Numbnuts are playing against each other because if his team hurries up
and... I haven't even registered yet, mate.
Yeah, well, if you just pull your fingers out and register your team...
Mate, I'm just a player, mate. I'm not organising shit.
I believe it's Triton Sea and...
I don't know what the fuck it is.
A couple of ring-ins. Anyway.
Whatever it is.
So, yeah.
Now you'd be excited to know Riley from the Vikings, from Melbourne's coming all the way up to play it.
Woo! I love Riley. He's a good boy.
He's playing with me.
Oh, he's playing with you guys. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
He's coming all the way up to play the 10-man, which is sick.
So, what do we got? SWAT Recon.
And DTF Vikings right now.
Yeah, that's a collaboration for those that don't know. Half of the DTF boys and half of the Vikings guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Vikings are actually throwing in another team, like a full Vikings team or not. But I know so far it's Ethan, Chris, Tom, myself, Jimmy. Not sure who else. I think Hado's playing.
Anyway.
And there's a couple of the Vikings playing as well. So it's a collaboration. It's a good event. It's a fun event. I've played them before.
Yeah, it's a good day out with the guys. I mean, show up, get an EMAC, shoot some shit, shoot some people, shoot your mates.
Can only shoot mechanical. I'm not sure.
No, it's 6 BPS.
Are they allowed to use electro markers
you're capped at 6 BPS.
6, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So I don't have to use my GOG enemy then.
Oh, you can. You can shoot faster with it, but that's up to you.
We'll see.
Entries $500. I think it's on June 29th.
That's $50 a player. That's nothing.
I think it's June 29th. I think it is.
You won't shoot more than a box or two of paint.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I don't know, but that's up to how teams do it. It's up to them.
Look, some teams will play and do a team build, and some teams will be like, all right, you turn up and fucking buy your own paint as you go, man.
However they do it.
Like,
paints. Buy your own box of paint, whatever however you want to do it. Yeah, entry's $500. I think it's on June 29th. I think from memory, can't remember. Like I said, Bill throws topics up and then doesn't know shit about them, so that's his fault. No, come on down. It's actually a really cool.
Someone doesn't give me time to do my research.
Well, because you just show up and do whatever you want and do nothing.
Yeah, that's me.
Coffee's made and everything for you.
That's me, mate. Yeah,
I think it's in my calendar.
Yeah, it's 29th.
29th?
29th, I think.
There you go. Yeah, June 29th. Come on down. It's actually a really cool, fun event. Everyone's super chill, super humble. It's just all around. Just get together, shoot some mates in the face, have some fun, walk each other off the field. That sort of shit.
Yeah, right.
You gonna get off your phone?
Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that it's the actual date because we don't want to give the wrong info.
Oh, mate.
Oh, here we go. Here it is.
Why do you take so long to do stuff?
Yeah, June 29th. 100%. June 29th.
There you go. That was hard to do.
Oh, the TV went on.
Yeah, because I just turned it off.
Oh, because we're wrapping up the
Correct.
show, obviously.
That's exactly right. I thought, why put on something else if it's about to finish anyway?
Anywho.
But no, what episode is this? 10?
Double digits.
Fuck,
hey,
we've hit it.
Hey, double digits.
Oh, we hit number 10.
Hey, shit. We actually got to 10. We're probably going to get booted now.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 10. Sorry about all the delays with episode 9 and everything. Hopefully everything's all sorted, back on track. Obviously, hear out for future updates and shit like that if something else pops up or, we get super busy with either work or just playing paintball because, generally
that's been why we've been busy the last couple of months.
We're always playing paintball or doing something about paintball. So we really appreciate everybody for all the support, everyone always watching, tuning in, commenting, ringing us, harassing us, telling us what we do wrong.
And what we do right.
And the little we do right. Thank you to all our major sponsors for the show, Paintball Shop, Action Paintball, Black Flag, clothing for all of us.
And maybe HBR soon.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck,
sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
But thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much. See you.
See you guys. Bye.